Welcome to another episode of the Calexit Congress. This is for members. You can either join the Calexit Congress by emailing me at marcus.ruiz.evans. That's marcus.ruiz.evans. You can email me. We're always looking for new members of the Calexit Congress. And we don't always try to have meetings every Sunday. Don't always, but we do try. And this is another Sunday meeting of the Calexit Congress where we let you, Californians, and people who love California decide what should be the direction of the Calexit movement. These meetings are for the Congress. Some of them attend as they happen. Some of them watch the video and make decisions going forward. Today's episode is going to be rather straightforward. We're going to talk about the prospects for funding and how we've moved further ahead on those. So Jason Wright is CEO. He is traveling right now in California to come visit me here in Fresno. And that's why he's not here. He'll be on the road. We're expecting him here in Fresno soon, where he'll be able to do some interviews and live conferences here in the studio. And we'll be directly streaming that out to the Yes California YouTube channel. So you'll be able to see some more interviews with Jason and some more speeches from Jason coming up very soon. Anyways, let's get into the main point of today, which is that we're going to talk about progress on our funding mechanisms that we've been pursuing. So we've been talking about a non-fungible token coin, a Calyx coin. We've been talking about filing a 501c4 so that we could take donations, so we could raise money for the initiative, which we will be filing again after midterms. We're also going to be filing an LLC in order to be better prepared for dealing with the NFT coin. We will also be launching a merchandise site. And we will also be launching an online certification in Secession site where you take online courses. So in the future, we're going to have our new mainstream website up. We'll have a way for you to take online certification courses. We'll have a way for you to buy merchandise. We'll have a way for you to buy a Calyx coin. And we'll have a way for you to donate to raising money, the $2,000 filing fee for the initiative, which we expect everybody's going to be excited about after midterms when Republicans win. So raising money to file an initiative, offering a historical coin, non-fungible token, online certification in Secession, and a merchandise site will be the 4 ways that we're looking at creating a revenue stream for Yes California. Let me show you some of the progress we have made on that to date so far. So this is, yeah, okay, I think this is it. Double check. I always had trouble telling. Okay, I'm going to do this screen. Okay, guys, so here we go. All right, here we go. We now own the domains Calexit Info and Calexit Biz. We're going to link the Calexit Info site to the online software site. So you have to create the online software website, and then you have to create a URL to link it to. So the online software is going to be offered at calexit.info. Our merchandise site is going to be offered at calexit.biz. So .info for more information, courses. We'll also have a PDF up, counter arguments to all the arguments against Calexit. So you'll be able to take the courses that teach you basics on Secession. And then as you leave, we're giving a free booklet, our book, that explains the major counter arguments against Calexit and facts to diffuse them. And so we'll be offering half. The calexit.info will be the main site, and that will offer basic information. It'll be your splash page, your introduction to the movement, and then it will also offer the online courses. So the calexit.info is going to be our new main site, and then we will offer courses there too, and a PDF book for free with counter arguments. On top of that, we'll have a merch site, calexit.biz. So business, info, etc. Anyways, we got those sites, so they're there. There's proof, as you can tell. We own them now. Anyways, our goal was this. This was in a tweet from Jason Wright recently. We are launching a couple of funding projects to help pay for the initiative filing fee, as well as signature gatherers, possibly some flyers as well, online certification in secession, and self-determination through courses we have designed as a team over the last year will be made available within a month. Sorry. Calicoin, our physical NFT, is also well underway. We will be releasing these to both help provide necessary funding and not to personally enrich ourselves. Jason Wright, CEO, post on the SCA Media. So we can launch the merchandise site pretty quickly. Jason was pointing out that a lot of people are selling merchandise. Calexit is popular again. People are buying it. So we could have a merchandise site to get in on that market. These are the three things that we need to do. We need to have a site that allows us to have a physical product we produce and ship ourselves. We need to have a site that allows for general merchandising, and we need to have a site that will host online coursing. What we found out is that you're going to need 3 separate sites to do those 3 separate things. Our plan is that with these 3 new websites that we have, we will advertise them on our Yes California Facebook and Twitter. So the Yes California Facebook and Twitter will be the central platform to advertise these 3 new websites that will offer the NFT coin, online courses, and general merchandise. The online course site can be the general Yes California site. It allows an about section and a frequently asked questions section. We can also host our Yes California PDF book there. You could buy the course or you could not buy the course, but you could still use this webpage as an introduction to the topic. So our online course website is also going to be our general main website. And you can go and you can learn about Calexit, and you can buy the course or not buy the course, but at least you'd be able to learn about Calexit. And if you don't want to buy the course, you still get the free book. So as I was showing, here's the front page of the Podia draft site. Let me see if I can show that to you. Okay, yeah. Hopefully this is still streaming. Okay, yeah. All right, here we go. This is a draft site. So our website will look something like this. I'm not saying exactly something. So clean interface. We'll have an about Calexit here. What's Calexit about? What, et cetera. Now, the great thing I like is that you have links to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. We have a YouTube channel, and we have a Facebook channel and a Twitter channel, so that's great. The other thing is it gives you this option for an additional website. So we were going to host our merch site here, where you can have this additional website. We were going to put our merch site there. So you would come, this would be our main website, about Calexit, and that'd be the title. And then this would say about Calexit, and you'd have links to our Facebook and Twitter and YouTube pages right away. And then you have a link to the merch site. So everything's linked together. Then we would reformat this. What can you do with Podia? We'd reformat it to, what is Calexit about? Then frequently asked questions. What are you going to do with the military? What are you going to do with Social Security? What are you going to do with water? So we can do that. Anyways, it's a general straightforward site, but it's clean. It's easy to use. This is roughly the format that the new yesca.info or calexit.info website will look like. We'll also be hosting the courses here, and we'll be doing a general introduction to the movement here, and we will have links to the other sites here. As I said, we have these 2 products, and this is a prototype graphic we're looking for that we would have on all the pages. So we want to have a graphic that's going to be on the Calexit.info, Calexit.biz, Facebook, and Twitter page. So the Facebook page and the Twitter page, all Facebook page, Twitter page, Calexit.info, Calexit.biz, all have the same upfront user banner so that you can tell they're all linked together. Okay, we got the sites. This is what it's going to look like. All right, yeah. General merchandise. We're going to probably use this site. It's called Spread Shop. And basically what you do here is you make your products. Here, I'll show you.
Customer behavior and traffic. Learn our shop settings.
Okay, so this is free. You sign up with them, it's totally free. You get a website for totally free. You will customize your site. So see how they have this banner drop right there? We can use this as our banner drop to put on there. So this site is automatically linked to the others visually. And then what you do is they have cups and mugs and bags and t-shirts. Let me see if I can find another picture of the merch. One second. Yeah, so they have t-shirts and cups and hats. And what you do is you download your logos and designs that you want. You design the site, right? You design your site so it looks like a regular website. Then you download the logos that you want. And all they do is they slap your logo on all this gear. So your gear looks like this. So they just take your logo and they slap it on thing. Now a customer will pick that item and buy it. The website will handle the purchase and the shipping to the customer and the printing. So the customer goes to your website, they want to buy something. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. So the site will say, okay, we're going to send it to somebody to print that product. And then that printer will ship it to the customer. And then the customer will pay you. And we'll add a surcharge on top of that, on top of the price you set. And that's how we make money. And we can take taxes out of it. So you literally don't make the product. You literally don't ship it. You literally don't really interact with the customer. You literally don't have to worry about taxes. The website does everything for you. All you have to do is download your logos and it will custom make merch for you. There's 200 items of merchandise. And so we'll be able to quickly sell merchandise with Yes California logos and gear. Now, I'm hoping this is showing, but we have a lot of different graphics and we make a lot of posts. So here's one, Uncle Sam. I don't know if we made that one. Here's another one, a graphic we made. Those could go on shirts, mugs, bags, etc. So we're going to offer the Yes California logo, a better version. And we're also going to do like blanket Calexit stuff. Like you can get Calexit mugs and t-shirts and Yes California stuff. But we're also going to do stuff where you can like buy our specialty graphics that we made, that we posted. So if you see a post that you like, we can put that up and make a special t-shirt or mug about that. So that's the idea there, is that we'll be able to have an NFT, have a merchandise site, and have an online course software site. Let me go back to that. There's one more thing I need to show everybody. That's the general merchandise site. Now, the online courses is by Podia. I just showed you what their website looked like, but so this is roughly what the interface for the course is going to look like. So when you buy the courses, this is a draft of a course by Podia. So ours will say, welcome to an introduction to Secession. welcome to Introduction to Secession. What's the self-determination mean? And then you explain it. So who is seceding? What's the UN rule of self-determination? What's the rule of secession in America? What's Texas versus white say? So we already have our course designed. You literally just load it in here. So what's the point of secession? How will you secede? What does self-determination mean? And then you have all these different sections underneath it. Now the course basically is going to look like this. So you'll have somebody speaking with video. So you already make this video and then you directly link it into the course. So it'll play this video on the screen and then you get text here. You can put facts, other stuff that you want. So the person taking the course can read facts and they can hear and see.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Rodrigo, and here your valuable knowledge. After all, you're just you need to know about beauty.
So you'll be speaking, or we'll have a PowerPoint with audio overlaid over it, and then you can read some facts. And then when you're done, you go complete. And this shows you how to make those courses. So this is roughly what the user interface will look like. So you click this button and it goes lesson 1, lesson 2. See, so here's another example of a lesson. Video, some text, and then some graphics. So you can have a video of you speaking, showing them stuff. Then you can have additional text, and then you can have some screenshots here, really selling at home. And then when they're done, they click this button. And then you can also have product reviews directly underneath it. So this is roughly what the interface is going to look like for the courses. So let's go back. Yeah, I already showed you that. Okay, now we're down to Calyx. We thought we were going to have a Wix site because a Wix site allows you to make a product and figure out a way for you to ship it to them with shipping and get paid directly. And so the Wix allows you to make your own product and ship it. We are not going to be doing this. Eternia has an Etsy site. They will be hosting the coin there. So Eternia is going to be producing the coin in partnership with us. They already have their own Etsy site. The coin will be offered there. So we don't have to make a third website. We're going to link to this Etsy site that Eternia has, where they will be offering the Cali coin. And for an example, what the Cali coin looks like, here's some. These are just prototypes, but there's a version. California, the Golden Nation. This is one for Baja, Mexico. California's leaving. You can see a picture of California going away. This is a reversion of what we did on Califia, Queen Califia with the silver-backed coin. So that's some examples of what that would look like. Let me make sure I got everything. Yeah, that's roughly about it. I showed you how we're going to host the online courses. I showed you what the online courses are going to look like, the format. I showed you how we're going to host merchandise. I showed you how that works and sets up. I also covered how the NFT is going to be formed. I also covered some potential versions of what the NFT looks like. And let me see. Let me cover some private chat. Turn graphic off. I'm not sure what that means. Hola todos. A little busy here. Please continue. Rich, how's it going? Good to see you. Rich says, hola todos. A little busy here. Please continue. No problem, Rich. So you can join the Calexit Congress anytime. Good to see you too, Rich says. Good to see you. I'll turn it over to questions. Does anybody have any questions? Where's David? Which David? Help me out here. Last name for David? Anyways, we covered the courses. We covered the coin. We covered the merchandise site. We've previously talked about the 501c4, and we've also previously talked about the LLC from Jason. So that is roughly the major stuff I wanted to cover today. Let me see if I have anything more. Yeah, let me see if I can show this. Whoops. Share screen. Okay, what was it? What was it? Nope. Sorry, guys. I was up late last night working on this, so the brain's not at 100% today. Oh, yes. Right. It was here and here. Okay. 1 second. Sorry about that. All right, go here, go here. There you go. So this is our Facebook page. I just wanted to show you we're doing okay. We're getting about 10,000 people on certain posts, which is pretty good interaction. Some posts are getting about 1,100 people, but some of our posts are getting up to 10,000, which is close to the metrics that we had before we had that nasty spell. So just wanted to show you progress. We're getting back up there. The numbers are coming back up on both the Twitter and Facebook page. We need to do better on the Facebook page. Partly the reason it's been is that Twitter has been blowing up. So since Roe v. Wade has been overturned, our Twitter page has been insane. And Jason's been doing everything he can to stay on top of that. We've also connected with hundreds of people across America and California who we've never met before, but they're talking about national divorce or secession or Calexit, and the moment they do, we connect with them. So the Yes California Twitter page is becoming widely more networked to people who are ready to have the conversation about secession anywhere in America and across California and a couple of international locations. So Jason is very big on making connections to other movements and other people. We have made a ton of connections to people online with Twitter since Roe v. Wade was overturned everywhere. There's a lot of activity on Twitter. I really encourage you to go to the Yes California Twitter page. It's really blown up. A lot of activity, a lot of action. The Yes California Facebook page is still twice as big. We are posting there. What we're trying to do is take the hot posts from Twitter and put them on the Facebook page. So they're both original content for the Facebook page, and they can link back to the Twitter page so we can breathe more life into the Twitter posts. So let's see here. Jason. You are muted.
Yeah, hey, sorry. My headset was not working for a second there.
All good. Would you like to talk about the metrics on Facebook and Twitter, where they're at, what we need to do, et cetera? You're a little bit better versed than me on that.
Yeah, let me just start by saying pardon background noise. Currently traveling at like 2.5 miles an hour on the freeway between Petaluma and San Rafael. So that being said, the Twitter pages, both of them, they were getting a lot of notice. And then same things, similar types of posts, same hashtags and everything. All of a sudden, a very limited amount of people were able to see like anything I post lately. It says very clearly that Twitter is limiting, most likely on behalf of someone who doesn't, who holds some sort of sway over them, who doesn't like the movement, and maybe feels like first and foremost they're American and they're not interested in Calexit at all. Pardon the cough. So yeah, we don't know it, but every time I know. Just let me finish, please. Every time anything that he doesn't like comes out from our group, all of a sudden Twitter limits us. So there is no proof. I'm just saying, when I connect the dots, it seems like there is a certain somebody who has convinced Twitter to break their own rules and limit actually one of their most popular accounts right now. So, Twitter is basically shooting themselves in the foot for whoever it is. That being said, I've started posting on Facebook a little bit more, right? Kind of swap back and forth. Hey, Twitter's getting limited. We go over to Facebook. The Facebook is getting thousands of views. What was it? The post that I made about the Calexit envoy leaving Oregon, and that I will hopefully be back up that way to meet with Orexit at a certain point in the future. That post has roughly 2,000 just in like a week. Most of that was actually right in the beginning, though. So it seems like our average immediate response for Twitter right now is anywhere between 500 and 1,000. Our immediate response for Facebook right now is anywhere between 1 and 2,000. Sometimes I make a post and it just, it's not a bad post, it just doesn't get the popularity, right? Ones like that are getting about 500 to 600. So still not really too bad, but in a land of 40 million people, I'm kind of prone to thinking that we need much, 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 much more. And it would be nice to have much, 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 much more. So with all of that, I'm thinking that we need to up our networking abilities. We need to network with our more.
It's a little distorted, Jason. Can you repeat that? Your voice is coming a little bit distorted.
Is it my job? We're gonna need to ask all our friendly friends to start.
It's still coming in pretty distorted.
Okay, I'm gonna.
No, there you go. There you go. You're clear now. Jason? Yes. Yes, we can hear you now. Oh, okay. Well, we lost Jason. He'll be back. To Dan Rice about Organ Exit, I have heard there's a group called Organ Exit. I can't find any info or contact for them. But if you find some, we'd like to see it. Oh, hold on. Here's Jason. Jason, it says your devices are not connected. So let me type that out. Jason, device is not connected. Jason, are you there? Okay, well, it says you're muted on your end, Jason. We need our friend movements to share stuff as wide. Okay, so Jason Wright says we need our friendly movements to share our stuff as wide and far as possible. That's from Jason Wright. And sorry, folks, he's traveling right now. So if you don't know about the incredible traveling Jason Wright, he went to Arizona, then he went to Oregon. We're looking at sending him to Texas, and he's also looking into going to a international conference in South Korea.
And I'm not sure if you can hear this, but I am super duper eager and stoked for Texas and the possibility of going out there.
Keep talking. We can hear you loud and clear right now.
Something tells me that's going to change in about 500 feet.
Well, just spit out, say what you were going to say really quick.
Okay, so we need our friendly movements to share the heck out of everything that they can, anything that they feel they can share without costing themselves their own followers, to circumvent the limiting actions being placed on us. It's like the only way we're going to get past all of that until Twitter stops limiting us.
Did Twitter say they were limiting us?
No, they never say that. They never let you know when they're doing secret stuff behind your back that's messing with you.
But you're saying you have noticed that our Twitter page was growing, and then it seems to have abruptly halted. Is that fair?
Yes, the moment that it started to blow up so big that people in, political science analysis field started saying, oh my God, Calyx, it looks like it's about to happen right now. All of a sudden, once the general consensus of Calexit is happening comes out, anything to do with Calexit gets limited. And it's not just us. Scottish independents also being heavily limited. Look at the Scots, look at what they're saying. You're going to have to search for it in order to see it. Same with our stuff. Like, if you want to see our stuff, you're going to have to really actively look for it. It's not going to be posting up to people's feeds, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Facebook is a bit different right now. It seems like when I post something, there is immediate reaction to it, which lets me know the Facebook is not being limited actively.
We focus on Facebook while we're being limited on Twitter. We have a ton of posts. I was just explaining to everybody how we were going to take the top posts from Twitter and transfer them over to Facebook, so we don't have to create new content, and so that we can link the Twitter discussions to the Facebook page, so we can breathe more life into the Twitter discussions. So less work, 2 times the product. That was our plan. And we're going to try to do 5 posts a week. Roughly is our goal. Is that?
Yeah. I was just going to say that. You beat me to the punch. We're going to try to do what we can on the Facebook. I have been so swamped. I am working on like 300 different things all at once. I really could use help. But, we're doing what we can. And, for the 2 or 3 people left out there in the world who are still pushing the paid for by Vladimir Putin, if it was, I wouldn't need any help. I would have everything done already. If that was the case, right?
Yeah.
So reality is our proof that whole BS is just that, BS.
Yeah. I sent you some tweets from yesterday. Another one was just one to flag about the Russian BS stuff. I will say that going over the Twitter page, I've noticed very few people saying that. So the few that have, we've flagged for misinformation. But I mean, I've only seen 5 in this last 2 weeks, where I've seen a lot of people talking about Calexit. And it's the same old tired trope. The movement was started by a Russian spy who, when he was found out was a Russian spy, quit and moved to Russia, which is, all of that's not true. So, but that's the narrative. Yeah, that's what Vlad wants us to think. Exactly. Dan Rice from TNM says that's what Vlad wants us to think. Absolutely. That's funny.
Oh, see, I'm so scared of the guy that I make sure to call him Premier Putin.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't love the guy just as much as I don't love Biden, Trump, Clintons, any of the Clintons. You name it, right? I do not like. That being said, I still try to have a healthy amount of respect. Because, you know, if there was a retired three-star Army general who just got put on suspension because he tweeted something critical at Jill Biden, Dr. Jill Biden, First Lady Dr. Jill Biden. So, you know, this whole misconception that America is free and that you're free to say what you want, like you could even say what you want about the president, his age, you know, his ailing brain or whatever. No, you are more than likely going to suffer some serious consequences. And America's not the only one. I know this. And that's why I try to have a very healthy respect. Because I don't want to be disappeared.
Let's not go down that road. Do you want to say anything on the fundraising? We covered the NFT site. We covered that we're going to be doing 501c4 paperwork to collect donations for the ballot initiative. We covered that we'll be having a merchandise site. We covered that we will be offering online courses. That will also be our main site. And we also covered a non-fungible token coin being produced on an Etsy site by our partner Eternia as our main fundraising vehicles going forward. I showed everybody the progress that we had that you and I discussed earlier yesterday. Any other comments?
I would just say that, you know, again, we are not funded by anyone or anything, let alone any sort of government, anywhere. And if we are going to get Calexit to happen, if we are really going to actually do this, we need to raise enough funds to pay for the initiative filing fee, pay for signature gatherers, maybe some flyers or something like we've done before to help get the message out there so voters know, right? We've got a few different cool ideas about things to raise awareness, but ultimately the most pressing part of it is getting our initiative up there for a vote, which means the filing fee and the signature gatherers at the very least. If you're listening to this or watching this and you want Calexit now is the time. These two sources of fundraising should theoretically be all that we need. You know, the little like coffee cups and shirts and whatnot that we might potentially start doing, lapel pins, right? They would more than likely, like, you know, kind of subsidize what some of us have been putting in from our own personal funding. So maybe those of us who've been leading this movement for years can finally stop spending what little bit we have trying to help make this thing happen. You know, it would be nice, especially since I'm broken homeless.
That's our plan. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, I also want to point it out that there are myriad places, sites, people, entities selling all sorts of stuff that like looks like it's legit Calexit. We at Calexit have not actually released any products for sale. If you are buying those other products, you are not actively chipping towards the initiative. If your interest lies in actually helping to get this done, don't be fooled by the knockoffs. Stay tuned with what we're doing. The courses will be out soon. Our physical NFT, the Calicoin, which is not coin, it's not currency. It's just a fun little token that maybe, you know, one day you can show your grandkids and say, hey, you see this? This is proof that I helped to make Calexit happen. Yeah, these are all some examples of some of the different series. As I've stated before, we are starting with the Copper series. I think we are going to do 10,000. So the first 10,000 that are ordered on the Copper series, that will be all for the Copper series. And then we will move up to the next metal, which is actually going to be a customized alloy. You know, it's not like, you know, we're making something that's going to be thousands and thousands of dollars. That being said, if there's some bazillionaire out there who would like a palladium Calicoin or a platinum Calicoin, we can do custom orders. We are willing, but it's made to order. So basically, just like when you go get fast food, which is everywhere in America, right? When you go get fast food, you go up to the counter, you order it, you pay for it, and then you stand around and wait, and your food's brought to you, right? So if you want the super spiffy, high-end, you know, insanely valuable metals, it can be done, but you're gonna definitely be paying more than what the Copper series is going to cost. I think that's probably pretty obvious to anyone up in that upper echelon, but I want to be crystal clear. I don't want anyone to be misled at all, right? So hopefully we can get enough of these Calicoin NFT tokens out there that this movement is now fully funded. And once it's fully funded, we can actually make it happen. So that's the whole plan. We're not trying to, you know, become bazillionaires ourselves. I don't do this for money, even though I am broke and homeless. I really could use the money, right? But it's not about that for us. Those of us who have been involved for all of these years, you know, and I'm not just speaking for myself here, I hope that's okay, but I'm pretty sure everyone who's been involved for years can agree. We are dedicated to one thing, making Calexit happen. That is our motivation. There is no other motivation. There are no ulterior motives. Just to make Calexit happen.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. That's it. That we have one goal. So other groups are trying to do other stuff or pursue different ways to get there. Our goal is we want to secede now, and our way to make that happen is to have the conversation be as big as possible. So it's very straightforward and transparent. Have people talk about Calexit. The more they talk about Calexit, the more normal it becomes. At some point, the conversation will become normalized, at which point we think you get mass support. And it's continuing to happen. I'm always asked, I kind of love it because a few months ago, I was doing some political consulting for candidates for governor here, assembly here, and congressional candidates in Illinois. Jason also does some political consulting. Anyways, it helps us keep our teeth sharp for Calexit. We had lost my train of thought. Sorry. What was I talking about? I was up late last night. Anyways, never mind. Totally blanked out. It's going to be a good point. We are dedicated to Calexit. We're dedicated to get the conversation going. We're dedicated to just having people talk about it. That's our big goal. And we think if you keep talking about it, it'll happen. Oh, that was the point. So 3 months ago, when I was doing some consulting heavily for candidates for Congress, people would find out what I would do for Calexit, and they would go, you're a smart guy. Why are you with Calexit? You seem too smart to buy into this. And I go, because it's going to happen. And I go, what? Sounds crazy, secession. I go, and then they keep pushing, like, why are you a smart guy with this? What are you doing? You could be doing consulting. Jason's a great political consultant, and I'm sure he gets versions of this question too. Why are you here? Why are you doing this? Why do you believe in this? And I go, because every year it gets bigger. You're looking at it right now going, from what I see right now, it can't happen. I'm looking at trajectory. I've been in this from 2012. So you're the frog in the pot at this moment. And you can't tell the pot's boiling, but I was in the pot before it was boiling. And when it got a little bit warm, and then lukewarm, and then very warm, and then boiling. And so I've noticed that the pot used to not be boiling and gradually heated up to boiling. You're in the pot and you can't tell. I have perspective. And so what I've seen is trajectory. And Jason's seen this too. A lot of the people who it's not me, it's old timers in the movement. You go back to 2012, nobody was saying nation state. You said California was a nation state, basically you get laughed at. We just had an infographics commercial come out going, well, duh, basically California's a nation state. So in 10 years, that's gone from laughable to, yeah, duh, that's a fact. And the topic of secession, nobody was, I think Pat Morrison from LA Times was the only person mentioning it before we got onto it. Now the topic's back again. So we said that when America starts falling apart, people are going to come back to Calexit. We said that months ago before they overturned Roe v. Wade. They overturned Roe v. Wade. 3 separate newspapers in California are saying, let's secede. Lots of people on the Twitterverse are saying, let's go ahead and secede. And I remember being in Calexit, let's make this happen. So we had said that when America falls apart, people come rushing to Calexit. We said that before Roe v. Wade was overturned. Roe v. Wade was overturned. 3 separate newspaper articles from San Francisco Chronicle, the Mercury, and one Tom Elias, who helped get a former governor removed. Major connected. Joe Matthews is a major policy person, all suggesting secession. Joe Garofoli, the top person, SF Chronicle, suggesting secession. Lots of people on Twitter talking about Calexit, Californians saying, let's get this doing, backing secession. And as you can see, very likely our Twitter page was stalled out. And I know that happens because when Donald Trump was elected and our Facebook page grew to 40,000 people within a day, it froze at one point and didn't grow at all. So we know they'll absolutely stall out a page when it's popular, which is limiting the voice of the public and limiting free discourse and not American and not freedom. Just to put that out there. Whatever you're saying, that ain't freedom. That ain't American. That's communist China stuff. So Just put it out there. That's the point, trajectory. You know, if you look at it like now, yeah, it doesn't look at like that much, but how did we call Roe v. Wade so right? I mean, nobody was saying that. We were the only people saying when this thing gets overturned, people are going to run to Calexit. Only people. How did we accurately predict that 3 major newspapers would come out saying that? How did we accurately predict that lots of people would say Calexit? How did we accurately predict that Californians like Deborah Messing would say, I don't believe in the American system or voting? And how did we accurately predict that all that would happen when Roe v. Wade was overturned? And how come we were the only people to do that? That's interesting, right? Those are questions worth asking. We're the only people to do it, and boy, did we call it right. And everybody thought we were silly, but no one thinks we're silly now. How come we were the only ones saying this? How come we were the only ones predicting this? How come we were so spectacularly right? Why is Twitter seeming to curtail our growth if there's no real issue? Questions to think about. All right, we'll give Jason another second to join in. If not, that's going to be the end of the show. Does anybody have any questions? You can either say them now. Any questions from our friends at Texas Nationalist Movement? Don't have to. Silent Mike, if you have any questions, type them out. We'll ask them. If you're there in the public, do you have any comments? Go ahead and post them. We'll cover that. I hope you found today's show informative and that we were able to prove to you that we are moving ahead very seriously with the strategic goals that we outlined. Okay. Dan writes from TNM, says we're good over here, friends. Okay, TNM, thank you. No more comments. Jason was able to talk about some important points there, and that's cool. And we'll leave it there. So check us next time. Hope you enjoyed the show. And no problem, Dan. Just appreciate you being here, brother. And we'll see you next time. But check out this first before you go.